everyone, it's Christmas Eve. I'm so glad you stopped by Wandering Wild to see our Christmas Eve special. So sit back and let's learn all about reindeer. Okay, now let's get started. So the reindeer has the scientific name Reindeer tarandus, but reindeer are also called caribou here in North America. Now, reindeer came from the Old Norse word "herenen," which means horned animal. Makes sense. And caribou came from the French word "quillepot," which actually means snow shoveler. So when French fur traders came over to North America and saw the reindeer, that's what they called them, because reindeer tend to dig around in the snow to find food. Now, reindeer have what's called a circumpolar distribution. This means they're found all around the North Pole. This makes them basically the perfect animal to pull Santa's sleigh. Now, unlike most deer, where only males have antlers, both male and female reindeer have antlers. So that means that some of the reindeer pulling Santa's sleigh might actually be girls. Here's looking at you, Vixen. Now, reindeer have a different type of antler than most, and it has basically two groupings of points, as you can see here. So there's a grouping of points at the top of the antler, and then kind of a long shoot of antler to a lower grouping of points. Now, reindeer actually have the largest antlers compared to body size of any deer living today. Now, the color of a reindeer's fur varies, mostly depending on where they're found. So more northern reindeer tend to have whiter fur because they're around more snow, where more southern reindeer tend to have more brown fur because there's less snow. Now, even though reindeer love those carrots you leave out for them on Christmas Eve, when they're back at home at the North Pole, they tend to eat mostly lichens and mosses. Now, this is quite unique because reindeer have a special enzyme in their stomachs called lichenase, which allows them to break down these lichens and mosses so that they get nutrition from them. Most animals can't do this. Reindeer have some other unique adaptations for helping them live in their cold environments. Firstly, their noses actually warm the air as they breathe it in, so that it's not freezing cold when it hits their lungs. They also are able to condense the water in the air as they do this. This keeps their noses nice and wet, just like your dog's. Secondly, reindeer fur traps air, so this helps with insulation. And it also helps to keep them warm and buoyant when they swim. Yes, reindeer swim. So often when reindeer are traveling around or migrating, they swim across large lakes and rivers. They can actually swim up to 6 miles an hour, but they run up to 50 miles an hour. Now, I don't really know how fast they fly. Their last adaptation actually has to do with their feet. So during the summer months, when the ground's mostly wet, they have large paw pads on the bottom of their feet that gives them traction on the wet earth. But then, when winter comes and it's mostly snow and ice on the ground, they actually have their paw pads shrink, and it exposes a portion of their hooves, which gives them better traction on the snow and ice. Another unique thing about reindeer is they're the only mammal that can see ultraviolet light. So what this means is that us humans can only see light up to wavelength 400 nanometers, and you can see it kind of on this diagram. Now, reindeer can see light up to 320 nanometers, and though this may not seem like a lot, it actually is, especially when, like reindeer, you live in Arctic regions where almost everything is white. Now, to a human, the white fur of a polar bear and the white snow look pretty much identical. But to a reindeer, those are two very different things, and sometimes that saves their life. Now, what about Rudolph? Can reindeer actually have red noses? Yes, they can. Every so often, a reindeer is born with a red nose. Now this is due to a tight clustering of blood vessels closer to the skin, and it really just helps with heat exchange. But you can just tell all those non-believers out there that yes, a reindeer can have a red nose. Now, probably for the question you all want answered, how do reindeer fly? And I'm just going to tell you, I don't know. But you know, Santa has to have some secrets. And what would Christmas be without a little bit of magic? I hope you enjoyed this Christmas Eve special here on Wondering Wild, and I hope you enjoyed the 12 days of Christmas that we had before. As always, my sources are found in the description box below, and if you like what you saw, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. I'll see you back here on Wednesday for Wild Wednesday. I'm going to be taking Monday off to enjoy the season. And as always, stay wild and never stop wondering. And Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.